Phillip Schofield has issued a new statement insisting there was no toxicity on This Morning, just minutes before the show returned. He added that it's the same handful of people with a grudge against me or the show who seem to have the loudest voice. In a post on Instagram in view of his 2.9 million followers, Schofield wrote, "Now I no longer work on it. This morning I am free to say this. I hope you have noticed that it's the same handful of people with a grudge against me or the show who seem to have the loudest voice. This Morning is the best show to work on, with the best people. In all the years I worked there was no toxicity. You can listen to those persistently loud voices if you like. But the thousands of guests over the years, thousands of staff and crew, hundreds of presenters and contributors all know, it is a family of wonderful, talented, kind and hardworking people." Phillip's bombshell statement comes after several former regulars including Dr. Ranj spoke out about the toxic environment behind the scenes, which were allegedly brushed under the carpet. In a scathing statement, Dr. Ranj Singh took to Twitter to share his claims and stated that he filed a formal complaint about an alleged bully on the set of the ITV daytime program. He penned, "Lots of journalists have been contacting me this weekend inquiring about this, so I think it's only right that I clarify things. There is so much more I could say, but for now I hope my concerns will finally be taken seriously, and something good comes from all this. Do you think This Morning should be axed? Vote in our poll here to have your say. I've thought long and hard about posting this. If I'm honest, I wish I didn't have to. But I've got to clarify some things that have been reported about me, and in the light of recent events, I finally feel like I might be believed. To the journalists who have offered me money this weekend to share my experience of working at This Morning, thank you, but it would go against my principles to sell my story, especially about something like this. However, given that ITV have commented on my departure, I feel it's only fair for me to do so too to avoid any further conjecture." Dr. Ranj continued, "I was on the show for 10 years and I genuinely loved and valued working there. However, over time, I grew increasingly worried about how things were behind the scenes and how people, including myself, were being treated. I didn't know the truth about what was going on with Phillip, but I do know the issues with This Morning go far beyond him. It takes more than one person to create a culture. So I did what I thought was right and, as ITV confirmed last night, I raised my concerns about Martin Frizzell's behavior, and the environment at This Morning, with Emma Gormley, especially given that my job is to look after people's well-being, and I had been heavily involved in diversity, anti-bullying, and mental health projects across the channel. But then I found myself being used less and less." Ranj continued on in his lengthy statement, "I even took my concerns directly to the top of ITV. The culture at This Morning had become toxic, no longer aligned with ITV values, and I felt like because I whistle blew I was managed out. But as history and experience have taught us, things like bullying and discrimination are very hard to prove, particularly in hindsight and when the people in power control the narrative. As we've seen, no review or investigation is foolproof." ITV boss Kevin Lago recently claimed that an investigation into the affair had been incompetently carried out, telling Sky News, "No." He added, "Honestly, we've made a statement today, and yesterday. I think it's all clear. News recently came to light regarding a relationship between Phillip and a much younger ITV employee, which he had continued to deny. Phillip later admitted to lying to his management team at YMU, his legal advisors, Holly Willoughby and ITV bosses about the affair. But while Phillip explained that his relationship with the member of staff was not illegal as he was over 18, he stated that it was an unwise decision and the relationship has now ended.